It's you and me, no place I'd rather be. Ding dong, hello, let's make this house a home. Welcome to Spencer and Sarah's house.
Oh, hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. My stomach hurts and my hair is like being so grody today. It's like
No.
I feel so annoyed. When I do the perfect messy bun, it's like when I'm not even trying to do it or think about it. So then I try to be like la 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 nonchalant. I'm just putting my hair up, but even then I'm like still trying to achieve the perfection of the messy bun. So it's like it just never
Yeah.
like or it turns out the way I want it to. I already know I'm gonna have to redo this one.
Mm.
Otherwise, I'm okay. Otherwise, everything's fine.
Nice.
How are you?
I'm okay. I saw the back rooms, which I know previously I told you that I wasn't going to see it. And so when you told me
Oh.
everything, I'm so glad you told me the context though, because I would not have survived if I didn't know what was going on. I was shielding myself with like
Yeah.
a wrap to give me like space between me and the screen. It was so stressful. It was so stressful. That was my only thing I was experiencing the whole time.
Just like being worried about something coming out at you?
Yeah, yeah.
But
I'm not
nothing
good
really
with
did it?
just the few times it did, and I don't like that guy chasing you down the hallway, and then I think it was just horrifying the guy. Little spoilers for anyone, but we already did spoilers before, so if you're
Yeah.
listening new, more spoilers. The guy when like the two like kids went down with him, not kids, but the
Yeah, like his
film or
employees. Yeah.
yeah, when he got snatched down the ramp and he was like, "Don't let me go, don't let me go." I was like, this is the worst thing to hear someone be like, "Please don't let me go," and they can't.
Yeah.
They do. I'm like, that sucks. I didn't like that. Oh, it was so stressful,
God,
so
and
unsettling.
the way he gets like pulled up into the wall too is so nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was so interesting. I was just talking to somebody about that in Obsession last night, and I was like, I do love Obsession more. Like it meant more to me in a way.
Yeah.
But I do feel like yeah, if like I had to pick one, I feel like Backrooms is the better movie in a way. Just because like I feel like the way they tell the stories is very different. Like I feel like Obsession was more kind of straightforward and like this is the to me like it was like this is yeah, like the vein we're trying to hit. This is the story we're trying to tell. Whereas I think Backrooms you were kind of just like, whoa, whose problem is this?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
you
True.
know? So, yeah.
Yeah.
And my friend has a theory that the therapist, why can't I think of her name right now?
Marie.
Yeah, Maria, grew up in the back rooms. And
Yes.
yeah, because like, and I think a lot of people kind of subscribe to that too, where it's like the papered up windows that and like stuff that you see in the back rooms too, and like her laundry, and that like the piles of furniture when you first walk in are not necessarily the stores, but maybe more like reminiscent of the piles of furniture that were piled in front of the front door and like stuff like that. So it's cool. I don't
Yeah.
think she grew up in the back rooms. I think more like her mom accidentally went into the back rooms
Yeah.
and then like became agoraphobic because of it and was
Yeah.
like we can only go, whatever. But like because she was like used to that feeling of like not knowing what's going to come around the corner and stuff and like yeah, I think it that's why she survived also.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
creepy.
Yeah. Very unsettling.
Yeah. I did want the monster to be a little scarier. Like when Pirate Clark came out, I laughed. But
That's I found him. I just found him unsettling too. Like he wasn't scary, but I was like, I don't like looking at you, and I don't like
yeah.
how you move. I don't like what you're about at all.
Yeah. I do like think I guess what it means to have the entity be like probably the version of Clark he hates the most about himself is like important. But I was just kind of like, oh, but surely it couldn't have been Pirate Clark this whole time, like even in the beginning with the found footage, because like he hadn't been in the back rooms yet. So I'm like, man,
Yeah.
did it evolve? Like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fascinating. And but yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about. But I'm fine. I'm just living life.
Very good. You know, one of the things about backrooms that I really don't understand and bothers me, and it's probably not a big deal at all, but I am bothered by it. When she first goes to the store to like look for him, she's got like her hair in a pony and a blazer, and she then like walks down the stairs, right? And like finds his research and like the entrance to the back rooms or whatever. And then the next shot, it like cuts to her having taken her blazer off and taken her hair down. And I'm like, why? Why would she have stopped to do those things before entering the back rooms? Like, I don't. Like, it was weird. It felt like it jumped in time for me in a way that was like, oh, strange. I don't know why. I just like when that was happening, I was like, girl, I'd pull my hair back. I'd want to be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What if I have to run?
Yeah.
And she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. Hell yeah.
Yeah, today we're doing we've got bring your own topic episode.
Yeah.
And
the cat down here.
You'll be going first.
Oh yeah, I'm going first. Okay. Sorry, the coffee maker is going crazy right now. All right, close your eyes. Okay, open them. Can you see it all?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. This is a presentation called I Never Said I Hated Mamma Mia, a review of Mamma Mia due to a recent rewatch.
Hell yeah.
Some context for this. I have a friend who is vehemently against Mamma Mia 2. She hates it. She thinks it's bad and terrible. And I tend to favor Mamma Mia 2. I like it a lot. I think it's a better film in some ways. In a lot of ways, I think it's really good. And we got into a friendly but heated argument about this. So I threw a party last weekend where I invited her and as many friends as were able to come, and I made them all sit down and watch Mamma Mia and give their score of the movie. And then I am inviting them all back again in a month once everyone has had time to ruminate to watch Mamma Mia 2. And we will all vote and settle this once and for all, which is the better movie. So it was a combination of people who hadn't seen the first one, who had seen it but hadn't seen the second, some people who'd seen both. So I feel like I'm getting a good like cross section, and it's important that we rewatch it. But I think one of the things that came up while watching the movie was it was after the Dancing Queen sequence, and someone turned to me and was like, "How on earth do you think you're gonna win the second movie being better with this?" To which I replied, "Look, I get it. I never said the first one was bad. The first one's great. It's just I like the second one more. It does not mean Mamma Mia is bad." So, this is a review of the movie now that I've seen it again.
Yay.
So, Mamma Mia, a beloved classic. It's campy, it's moving, it's memorable. Mamma Mia 2, here we go again. To me, is nostalgic because of the going back and forth in time. You get lore you haven't heard before, and it like brought that nostalgia for the first one back to me. It's emotional, it's fun, and yet the discourse is so intense about these movies. We all have to remember they're both good and fun. I don't care. They're fun. I'm on a mission to determine, however, which Mamma Mia movie is ultimately the best. I do just again want to make it very clear I love these movies. They're my go-to. I want to feel better. I want to have a good day or a good cry even, but definitely a
Hmm.
good laugh, pick me up movie. I personally love Mamma Mia more two more. I love the storytelling. I think it's really interesting for Sophie and then the flashbacks of Donna to be sort of a take on they're going through something similar, right? They're finding themselves, they're navigating love and relationships. They're both spoilers experiencing motherhood. And I like that storytelling aspect that Mamma Mia 2 has. I feel like Mamma Mia 1 was lacking a little bit. Also, this is going to be the hottest of hot takes because the dancing queen sequence in the first Mamma Mia movie means a lot to me because it's a very feminine, like, moment, right? With all these women, like, dropping what they're doing. They're joining this big dance. They're all jumping into the ocean. Like, it's lovely and wonderful. I find the sequence in the second movie to be a little it's just more delightful to me in a different way because it's just like family and reuniting and coming together and celebrating that. So, I don't know. Okay, sue me. The pros of Mamma Mia. We will start with the absolute commitment that this cast gave to this movie because it's seriously like a cast of A-listers. Like fucking Bond is in this movie. You know what I mean? Like it's it's wonderful, amazing pivot in his career. I mean, and some of my favorite shots to the commitment. Look at Pierce Brosnan in that top left singing SOS around the bend. Look at him. He's in it. The dances were crazy and everybody did it as if it was totally normal, which I think makes it funnier and is amazing. The costumes, absolutely crazy, and I love every minute of it. And everybody looks like they're having an amazing time. And like this is one of my personal favorite shots of Mamma Mia when they show them as their younger selves, but they haven't gotten any other actors or tried to de-age them with VFX in any way. It's just them in wigs. I think it's lovely and wonderful. So, yeah. Two, the costumes. Absolutely out of this world. Incredible. I crave to know where Donna gets her overalls from. Like, that whole fit is just so amazing. And when she's on the roof doing Mamma Mia and then falls through it in those overalls, I'm just like, girl, I want to be you so bad. Sophie's wedding gown, which hilarious because when she was doing the bridesmaid dress fittings in that movie, and they were like, "We're gonna look so fabulous," I was like, "I don't see the vision." Nothing was done at that point, and it all came together so well. And it's this beautiful, like, beachy mermaid dream. Everybody's outfits at the end for the ending sequence. Harry with this friggin' sash across his chest with his name in glitter. I like, who did this? We let them cook. I love it. And of course, the money sequence with this amazing fucking dress. Um,
Yeah.
because yeah, it was phenomenal. She's rich now in her dreams. It's
Yeah.
so good. I will say though, I do feel like they did Sophie and Sky a little dirty in the credit scene outfits. They could have been
Mm,
crazier.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Number three, the relationships. Honestly astounding. It seriously was like I watch it and I just feel like they must have to me it feels like they all have known each other for years and we're like, let's do a movie together. Like it felt so like fun and connected and personal and like there's so many like you can tell like ad libs and just like improvising and like everybody's just in flow with each other and loves each other and has fun and like it shines through and like so like lends itself for the storytelling and the acting and just makes it feel real in a way. Like I don't know. I've watched this movie so many times now that's I kind of just think of them as oh, it's Meryl. She's going to do the dance now. You know what I mean? So it's like it just like adds to it. And it was so lovely. And like the mother-daughter relationship is beautiful. It's iconic. Everyone did great. Everyone did great. Oh, I put three twice on here. It's because I was so enraptured with the performances of this. So number four really is the performances. The scarf in Winner Takes It All should have been credited as a fucking paid actor because the way that thing whipped in the wind at the most perfect times and how she carried it up the hill. Oh my God. And like Pierce Brosnan having to be there, like, oh, Donna, like for a good like 5 minutes while she sings this song. I was like, thank you, you do you. I loved it.
Yeah.
Dancing Queen, obviously, amazing, iconic. Does your mother know? Christine.
So good.
Christine. Oh my God. How could you have done this to me? I'll never recover. And anytime Down on the Dynamos perform, just absolutely incredible.
Hmm.
Incredible. Okay, the cons. There's not many, but I do have some cons. The pacing is strange. I mean, this all takes place over like basically 2 days, maybe two and a half, we'll say. Um, and it just kind of feels a little aimless to me sometimes. Like, there's so many songs in this movie, which really isn't a con, but it does start to feel like whatever works, we're throwing it in here. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
In a way. So sometimes it felt a little space fillery, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Also just the premise in general, there was somebody, God, I wish I had written down their at on Threads because it was so fucking funny. But they were basically like, the most unrealistic thing about Mamma Mia is that a situationship from 15 plus years ago would show back up again because of a letter. Like, yeah, there is just like something a little like lackadaisical in a way about the movie. But I also am like, I don't need it to do that for me. You know, I don't need it to like solve all my problems and have everything figured out. So it's not like a super huge con, but you know, I'm just trying to look at this objectively. Yeah. Why? Okay, number two. Why did they make Pierce Brosnan sing so much? Oh, and honestly, I debated making this a con because his performance is so iconic the way it is. It's almost a pro. I look forward to it. And the
Yeah.
way, like, I don't know how to explain this. They gave this man at least three solos. He had three solos in this movie, for sure, at minimum. And I just sit there and go, okay. Because there are parts of it that are so good. Like SOS, when he's leaning against that wall and the way he revs himself up to like, when you're gone, like,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
crazy, but amazing. And this lovely scene in the church here where he's like, you love me and you know it. The way he like gets in there, I'm like, go for it, Pierce. But otherwise, I'm like, let this man be, okay? Let him be. Stop doing this to him. He sang all of When It's Said and Done basically by himself. And then they were like, Meryl, come in for this chorus, please. You know, like I was just like, but also like it's so good and like funny and campy in a way where I'm just like, maybe it's not a con. I don't know. I just, yeah. It's on here though. Oh,
Yeah.
Pierce, thank you for giving it your all. Thank you for putting your whole ass into it. Again, the commitment is incredible and sells it and makes me suspend my disbelief. You know? Okay. This is so controversial of me. I'm not a fan of Chiquitita. I'm sorry. I like the song. I love the song. I just think this, for some reason,
No,
this
that's
was
fair.
the one weird thing about, like, what made this weird was how literal they took it in terms of
Yeah.
like choreography. Like when they're in the bedroom and they're like, which is funny to say because like in Dancing Queen when she goes look for a king, she's literally dressed as Elvis. But there's something about this where it just felt like they didn't know how to do this, but it is so meaningful and so much like I'm here for you, girl, that it's important to have it.
Yeah.
But they just didn't know how to block it. I don't know because a lot of it is like this standing thing is so funny and like being in the mirror and like fixing her up and whatnot. But then there's like when she puts the banana between her legs and they're talking about like oh some stupid man. I'm like this is like hilarious, but also like I just feel like they don't know what to do with this song at this point. So sorry about it, but I do love Chiquita. So in conclusion. So I've watched Mamma Mia. I will be hosting the Mamma Mia 2 watch party in July, where we will all watch it. We'll have a chance to plead our cases, and we'll see. We'll see what people think. I know it's very controversial to like Mamma Mia 2 because everyone loves Donna, but Meryl's busy, okay? Like she committed as much as she was able to with her schedule. I don't actually know if the like how she met the guys things hold water because I'm pretty sure they bring Bill back after Sam leaves in the second movie. It'll be good for a rewatch to see how they actually fix this. And like the guy who plays Harry, young Harry, kills me. He's so fucking funny. Waterloo is iconic. So, whatever. Both films are delightful in their own ways. Mamma Mia is the reason we even have a Mamma Mia 2. It's phenomenal. I love them both. They're incredible. And I want a third one really, really badly.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you saw this interview. Crazily, Tom Hanks is a producer on these movies.
Oh yeah. I've seen it.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was a producer until we recently rewatched it. And I was like, produced by Tom Hanks? What's going on? Yeah, that interview where he was like, if we can get everyone together, it's on the table. And I was like, everyone wants to do it, Tom. Do it.
Yeah.
And that's the end. That's the end of my presentation.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It makes me want to watch Mamma Mia now.
It's amazing to rewatch. Seriously, like it holds up. It's so good. It's just like I like the second one more. Like to me there's more of like a story flow in a way, right? And there's
Yeah.
I don't know, like I just felt like the stakes weren't what I thought like remember them being when I rewatched it. Maybe it's because I've seen it so many times, but just being like I'm inviting all my potential fathers to the wedding, but none of them know, and neither does my mother, and I actually don't want to find out. And like the end is so funny. Like every time he's like, let's not, why waste a perfectly good wedding? And they get married, and I'm like, do you guys have a marriage certificate? It's just like, I get crazy about it. But yeah, you should definitely rewatch the first one because it was so good. And I forgot how much of the the ensemble is involved. It's so amazing. Like the faces they make like during SOS when they're just like SOS Donna, this man loves you. And I'm just like, yeah, they're me. They're me. I get it.
Spencer and Sarah's House can be listened to on all podcast streaming platforms as well as watched on YouTube. You can find Spencer and Sarah on Instagram and TikTok at @SASHousePod, SAS Housepod. For bonus content like our Book Corner episodes, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/SASHousepod. Thanks for listening and supporting us. Now back to the episode. Okay, my turn. Close your eyes.
Close your eyes, Mish. We've got our eyes closed.
You can open them. Okay.
Oh.
When I tell you, I've spent this whole week going, I don't know what I'm going to bring as a topic because all I have on my mind is Stray Kids. But I'm not talking about Stray Kids. This is the only thing that I came up with like a few hours ago, and I was like, oh, this is actually something I wanted to share because I bring this stuff up a lot, so I thought it'd be nice to kind of dive into it. The presentation is titled Better Streaming Options, which is basically like things outside of Netflix and Disney Plus and HBO and all that stuff. Like,
Ooh.
there's other things happening from like online that is becoming the new streaming thing to do, which is like filled with nice people and creatives and stuff. So I thought I would go into each. Like I picked three groups, things, three options, and we'll go into like what kind of things that they do. Oh, oh, there we go. First one is Drop Out, which was back in the day was College Humor. And they now have a subscription service that has a bunch of shows and with amazing comedians and performers, and they also encourage password sharing. It's a pretty affordable subscription service. You get so many things, and I'm just going to cover 6 of them. So the ones that they're well known for is Game Changer, which is like this game show that gets hosted by the creator of Dropout, Sam, and it's like each episode is a different game, and he basically drives them crazy, and they have to try to win points to win the game, but you don't know what the game rules are until you're playing it. It's very, very fun and very chaotic. The next one's Make Some Noise. This one's also pretty well known. This is like an improv game show where you have 3 people come in and they get given prompts to improvise, and then the host, Sam, awards them points, and there's a winner at the end, and that one's really silly and fun too. Dimension 20 is also one of the big ones, which is just run by Brennan Lee Mulligan for D&D games that he runs and creates, which is really cool to see like how they produce those, because they're doing so many different campaigns within Dimension 20. Some lesser known options are, there's one called Gastronauts, which is hosted by her name's Jordan. I don't remember her last name, but she basically, it's a cooking competition. They bring in 3 professional chefs, but then they also bring in 3 comedians. 3 comedians get to pick a theme for the chefs to cook, and the chefs have I think it's like 30 minutes or 45 minutes to cook that theme and come up with an idea and cook it, and then they do taste testing for each theme. It's like crazy stuff. Like Brennan Lee Mulligan once was like, I want you to make me the heaviest, like the densest, heaviest dish you could make me. Or like just like any like weird thing you could ever ask for, they've done. It's really fun. It's very, very silly and interesting. The next one is Smarty Pants. This one is kind of like what we do here, is like you bring a topic, and people kind of gather around and you watch someone make a presentation about a topic, and then you do like questions and answers and all this other stuff. It's really fun, really cool. They just released a new episode where someone from Smosh came in and she was talking about fantasy books, which was really, really fun, and to listen to her talk about fantasy. And then another one's called Dirty Laundry. This is another game show where the people that come on the show submit like secret confessions or like secret things that they're like embarrassing things that they've done, and then they get shared on the show, and everyone has to kind of guess whose secret it is, and it's very, very fun. But yeah, so there's a lot of different types of shows, a lot of different games. They also do a lot of like stand-up specials. There's a million things on Dropout, and it's really fun and entertaining and wholesome. So that one's a fun one to watch. Next is Second Try, which I feel like I bring up pretty frequently. The Try Guys, so they obviously started at BuzzFeed, then moved on to YouTube, and now they've created their own streaming service, which I've signed up for like the past 2 years, I think. And they center on having fun with friends while trying different things. Oh, not the photos being gone. That sucks. Okay,
oh, no.
Well, that's fine. Oh well. These are a few different. They also have so many shows because they like to try new things. They have like seasons. Each quarter they release new seasons, and they're always thinking of new shows to do and to pitch. So they have a lot of their regular stuff. They have a lot of cooking shows, and like they're kind of known for. There's one called Keith or Eat the Menu, where Keith eats everything from a menu from a restaurant, which is that one's really fun to watch. And so they try different things all the time. So a few different things. There's one called New Guy Tries, which is they've just, I think over the past year or two, they've extended the Second Try cast. So there's other cast members a part of Second Try. And New Guy Tries is one of their cast members. Ash is a trans man, and he has a show about kind of what it means to be trans and having all these different experiences that a boy would experience, and he gets to experience it with friends and stuff, which is really nice and sweet. It's a really good show. The next one, Drop into City. This is like a scavenger hunt where they break out into teams and they go to a random ass city, and they basically, there's different activities for them to do in the city to get points, and they're competing to get the most points at the end of the day. So it's a lot of interacting with the public and them doing really silly things to gain a lot of points, which is really fun and entertaining to watch. Phoning it in. This one is a cooking competition. This is where they have two professional chefs that are in a phone booth, and they are relaying instructions to cook a dish that they've prepared to people that don't know how to cook in the kitchen.
Oh
and
my God.
They're given a certain amount of quarters that they can call to relay their instructions, and they can't tell them what they're making, so they're just trying to walk them through the instructions. And then after like 30 minutes to an hour, you get cut off, and then the chefs have to figure out what they're making. And then the real chefs present these dishes that they don't know what it looks like, but what they think they've made, to other chefs that have to taste it and eat it and judge who won. It's really, really funny and really silly.
Oh my God.
And then here's the other ones. Killer Dinner is a new one that they've just done, which was like, I think one of the best things that they've created so far, and I think they're doing more of. It's called Killer Dinner, which is like Traitors mixed with the game Werewolf. So it's like, it was so fun. So one person is the killer, and everyone's trying to deduce who that is. They have different meal courses when they decide who they think the killer is. They play games to win prizes, or like to win certain benefits that will help them in the game and stuff like that. It was really, really fun, and I think they're going to be doing more. It's a good time. And then this is also one of my favorites. It's called Keith Plays a Porn Game, which is basically they discovered, you know those games, there's like phone apps that are like the dating sim episodic stories and stuff. Keith, they used to have a podcast, and they like played one before, and Keith got addicted to it and loves playing it, and they've turned it into the series where they pick a game to play, and then it's like 8 episodes of them playing the game together, and it's so funny and so silly. And they finished their first game a while ago, and they're coming out with their second season of a different game next, or like in like a month, which is really exciting, but it's really, really silly.
Oh my God.
And the last one is Trolley Problems. This is the one where they have 2 contestants on, and it's that trolley problem question of, would you rather do this or this? And they're like really hard questions and difficult questions, and sometimes they make them do the prompts if based on what they pick, which is very fun. It's very silly. And they have a lot of fun guests on it. So these are a few examples of things that I enjoy in there, but they have so many shows, and they just keep producing more because they're trying a lot of new things. And last one is Smosh, and they're just on YouTube. So this isn't even a streaming service. They're on YouTube for free, but they also offer memberships on YouTube for access to more content. And they also have multiple channels because they do a lot of different things, but it's all centered around comedy and community. And so here are the few things that I like watching that I would recommend. So some of their shows, they've got Reddit stories where they'll have a theme. They're so addicted and so fun. Yeah. Yeah, so they'll read Reddit stories, and they have guests that will react to it. They talk about it. They give updates if there's updates. It's really, really fun. If you love drama, it's really fun to listen to and watch. They've got one called Try Not to Laugh. This one is the premise is someone sits on a stool and fills their mouth with water, and then everyone else has to try to make them laugh by doing bits and stuff and trying to be funny. And then if they spit out the water, they've lost. Or the person trying to make them laugh has won. That one's a good time. And then Board AF is kind of like it's on their Smosh Games channel, which is them just playing different board games. So they'll do collabs like Smosh and Dropout. Smosh, Dropout, and Second Try all like kind of cross with each other because they're all like close and friends and doing the similar things, and so it's really nice to see the crossovers. But they'll play different games. So they'll play Werewolf, they'll play like Monopoly, Uno, and just like random ass games that are really, really fun. And you get a lot of if you come across Smosh clips on social media, they tend to be from Board AF. They've also got one called URL, which is hosted by Courtney and Chance here. It's basically like, it's kind of like a podcast. They interview someone from the internet, and they ask them questions, and kind of the premise is they decide if they should be on the internet or not, is if they're allowed to be on there or not. But it's like an interview, getting to know someone, which is cool. Next one is Challenge Pit. This one is more playing active games or doing like TikTok challenges. They once did, they tried beating Guinness World Records, and they had a Guinness representative there, and they actually got a world record for like 2 seconds, which was really cool. That was a funny video. And then another one I enjoy, they've got a battle bracket series where they pick a topic and they have the different options that they start ranking, and they just do a whole battle bracket until they find a winner. So this screenshot is it was called Daddies, I think. It was like movie Daddies, and it was like Charlie Swan, what's his name? Mufasa from Lion King. All these different dads, and they would argue and rank and decide who was the number one of the number one. I think that's all from my slide. But those three are great options. If you're looking for something that's like fun and like just like a nice community friendship building thing, these are three that I recommend. They, for me, have like brought me entertainment and like keep me company when I'm feeling like I don't know what I'm doing with my life. It's like nice to watch them have a good time, and you kind of feel like you're a part of it. So those are my recs. Not sponsored.
Hell yeah. Very good.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love the Smosh Reddit stories. Oh my god, I get so invested.
Me too.
So tough. Is very important person or people also a part of one of those, right?
That's on Dropout, yeah.
Dropout, yeah. Okay, I've seen that clips from that a lot too.
Those ones are really funny. It's like someone gets dressed up in makeup that they don't know what they're going to turn into, and then they improvise a talk show, which is really silly.
Yeah. God. Very good. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice. What room do you think we were in?
I feel like we were in like an office / game room situation.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. With like a little day bed for Tosh. He's been sleeping a lot on the podcast, right, Weesh?
His favorite spot.
Yeah, let's lay here. Look at his little tail. Tail going. He's happy. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you for joining us this week, and we will catch you next week.
Bye.
Bye.